Welcome to the School of Marvelous Light, little flock. All they got is lies. That's all they have. Now let me ask you, if all you had was lies, how would you be living? How would you defend your lies? What would you have to do? Well, do you remember what your master said about people like that? They are liars, murderers from the beginning, children of their father, who was a liar from the beginning and abode not in the truth, for there was no truth in him. Who was Christ talking to when he said that? He was talking to the Jews. I want y'all to hear that. He was talking to the people on the earth who were calling themselves Jews. And he was exposing that they were not Jews, even though they called themselves Jews. He said, you are of your father, the devil, who was a deceiver. So the same Jews today that call themselves Jews are being exposed by Christ now that they're not. Now, if they were living in truth, would they be paranoid? Like a person who has made lies their refuge? Remember I asked you, how do you think the people that live in the lies, how do you think they live? What do you think they do to defend those lies? They kill. They steal and they destroy. Now I want to ask you, are you one of those people that are a child of the liar that has no truth in him? Because that would mean that you have no truth in you. He didn't say some truth. He said no truth. Nothing about you is true. Nothing you have claimed about your life is true. Nothing that you do is true. Nothing that you can be true, because there is no truth in you. There's nothing in you that is true. Now, wouldn't we be wise to accept that about the Jews of today? But in this world, every time you speak against a so-called whatever they want to call it, you're labeled as an anti this, and you're kicked off of this, and you're blackballed from that, and you're silenced from this. And hold on a minute here. The same people that Yahushua said were thieves, murderers, and had no truth in them will strike your channels. They will blackball you. They will take you down and ban you. They will force you to apologize. They will call you anti so-and-so comments and all of this crap. If you're living in truth, do you have to do that to somebody? Do you have to censor them? If you're the one that has the truth, if you are the one that is the truth, do you have to censor somebody else from talking? Do you have to be paranoid about being found out? Do you have to be stressed about being exposed? Do y'all hear what I'm telling you today? Now, what did our master tell us? Didn't he say the truth would set you free? Now, I want to ask you, if you ain't in the truth, are you free? If you don't know the truth, are you free? So what is that truth about you that sets you free, that makes you free? If it's the truth, and once you find it, you are now free, then what were you doing all along before you were in the truth? You were bound. That's obvious. If the truth makes you free, then if you don't have the truth, then you're not free today. I don't give a damn what you think you're doing. I don't give a damn how much money you think you have. I don't care what neighborhood you live in or what kind of car you drive, and I damn sure don't care what kind of threads you're wearing. If you don't have the truth, then you don't have a damn thing today. You don't. Because truth is the door. You are trapped inside of a building. The only way out, as it is written, is the door of truth. That's the only way out. Anybody that tries to get out any other kind of way is a liar. is a thief and a robber. Come on, y'all. There's only one way out, and that's the truth. Who are you in truth? That's the key. So, like I said, people that have made the 3D world their refuge, well, I can have a lot of friends and status and fame and glory. You who's thinking like that, I want to ask you a question. Did you not watch Pinocchio? Did you not read the story of Pinocchio growing up as a kid? Well, I did. And wasn't this the same dilemma that Pinocchio had? He wanted to be a true boy or a real boy. And along the path of making his father proud of him, Geppetto, making his father proud of him, a fox, Honest John, a fox comes. Now, what did Yahusha call King Herod? Now, who was trying to kill Yahusha when he was born? Oh yeah, that would be King Herod. Sought to kill all the Hebrew boys when Yahusha was born, and they had to flee and hide from him so that he couldn't slay Yahusha. Isn't that the case? Every time a son of the river is born, this is what happens. Well, y'all didn't hear me though, did you? Okay, a son of the river. Let me explain. When Moses was born, weren't they killing all the Hebrew boys then too? Now, when Yahusha was born, weren't they trying to kill all the Hebrew boys? So did you read Revelation? This is the third time. Moses, Yahusha, and the branch. The prophet like unto Moses. So if he was born into the world, did they try to kill all the Hebrew boys again? Well, let's see. Coronavirus, monkeypox, famines, plagues, abortion clinics, GMO food, vaccinations. The list goes on and on and on. Human trafficking, organ harvesting, melanin black market selling. Do I have to continue with this or no? So every time a son of the river, or in other words, one who can pass from one side to the other. That's what a river denotes. Going from one side to the other. Did not Moses say, I'm not going to pass the Jordan and go over there with you into the promised land? Yahusha is going to take you over there. What he said? Y'all see? Y'all see that here? Y'all see how this going? So back to Pinocchio. Pinocchio was trying to be a real boy. And the moment he was birthed, he was going to school, here comes Honest John to say, come and get fame, come get riches and money. Didn't he? And he was a fox. Now that same King Herod that tried to kill Yahusha, what did Yahusha call him? He called him a fox. You see, not lying to you about anything. And he led Pinocchio astray for a while. And then his conscience, spoke to him and said, hey, man, the word of the Lord came to him, as the Bible says, and said, hey, man, come on back. That's Yahusha. Come on back. Honest John leading you astray, man. He ain't honest. He's just lying to you to try to get money off of you. Then he went away and he went to Pleasure Island. Y'all don't remember that? Pinocchio went to Pleasure Island when you can do everything you want to do. And he was led astray there. He was also swallowed up by a whale. Y'all don't know this story about Pinocchio. He was swallowed up by a whale. Y'all get it? Y'all get it? So here we have it. That's what's happening here with you. Isn't it written in Revelation? The man-child was born, and the dragon stood there after the woman, ready to devour the child as soon as he be born. That's written in Revelation. Well, who is that child? I told y'all, a man-child has been born in Israel on October the 21st at noon. His name, Shaya Dan Amar, which is translated, Yah supports the promised king. Yeah. Y'all see? Revelation. Now, Yah supports. Y'all remember Moses when he was up there on the mountain and the children of Israel was fighting Amalek? And as long as he held the rod up, they prevailed, but his arms got weary and they started to drop down and the Israelites started to be beaten in that fight. And then Aaron and Hur came and supported Moshe as he held his arms up with the rod of God in his hands. Come on. Come on. So do y'all hear me today or not? Do y'all hear me today or not? Y'all must not have read where it said, Moses, I will make you as God. Face to face, mouth to mouth. Y'all remember when Miriam got turned to leprosy because she spoke out against Moses? And her and Aaron said, God speaks to us too. So he doesn't just speak through Moses. Uh-oh. Abba came down and said, I heard you say that. Why are you talking against my servant? Matter of fact, when I have a prophet, I speak to that prophet through dreams and visions. That's how I reveal myself to a prophet. That's what he said. He said, but Moses is not so. For I reveal myself to him face to face, mouth to mouth. Oh my God! Do y'all hear me today or what? Y'all hear me today or what? So like unto there should be a prophet like unto Moses. It's already written. Who will behold God face to face. Well, then what does that mean? That means that he is as God on earth. Isn't it? Do you see why they want to kill him before he be born? Do you see why? But Abba supports his promised king. Who is the promised king in the Bible? The branch. Now see if it says that in there. See if I'm making this up and lying to you. Go see. Go see if I'm making this up and lying to you about this. See how when you have the truth, you don't have to do nothing but be the truth. So there are some people out there who call themselves Jews and are not. And now the pressure cooker is up on them and they're scared because they don't want you to find out that they're not actually Jews. Because if you find out that those fake Jewish over there are not actually Jews, you'll stop sending them your money. You'll stop sending them your support. You'll stop believing their lies. You'll stop believing all of their made-up stories. You'll stop believing that they are the people of God. And you will start to understand who is the true people of God. And in understanding that, you will be set free yourself. Because the truth is what sets you free from your bondage that you find yourself in. You're not serving the true king on the earth. And that's why your bills are piled up. That's why you pay for food. That's why you have to pay for a house. That's why you have to be going to work for 11 to 12 hours every fucking day. That's why you're sleep deprived. That's why you're on all kind of opioids. That's why you're stressed out and depressed. That's why mental illness is at an all-time high. That's why marriages are all destroyed and divorces at an all-time high. That's why 8 out of 10 women divorce their husbands and leave their children fatherless. This is why the system is so screwed up that a man can murder and get away with it as long as he has enough money. A person can rape, pillage, plunder, and steal as long as he have enough money. Then he can do whatever the hell he wants to do. A person is not listened to in this world unless they have enough money. That's why that world is like that. Because y'all don't accept your true king. That's why. So you suffer plagues because of it. You suffer plagues because of it. I want to ask you a question, America. Did you know that the so-called Negro here is God's firstborn son? Did you know that? Well, I'm here to tell you that he is. And Abba says, release him so that we may serve our God in peace and not slave and labor for you anymore, just like we did in Egypt. Now, who was the one that sent to tell the Israelites that? Is it none other than Moshe, the son of the river? Is it? Is he the one that's going to say, hey, y'all been deceived this whole time? God says, let my people go. Now, y'all gonna have to figure out who is God's people so y'all can let them go, or you will continue to suffer. Plain and simple. I'm here to tell you that. I told y'all wasn't going to get no water for your crops. Look back and see if I said that. Now let's see if the Mississippi's still there. Let's see if your beloved Mississippi River's still there. Or is it dried up? Is it dried up? You tell me. Your forest fire is going to increase. The earthquakes is going to increase. The volcano activity is going to increase. I told you. Watch Hawaii. Watch Hawaii. Because it's about ready to go kapow. Okay? It's about ready to go kapow. And why? Because that's one of y'all states, ain't it? You claimed it as yours, didn't you? All right, then. It's got to go back to return to sender. You hear me? It's got to go back to whom it came from, who it belonged to. And since y'all all want to act stupid and confused about who the Israelites are, y'all going to keep suffering. Because only the Israelites are not going to suffer. That's what's written. That's what's written in there. I shall yet choose Israel and yet save Jacob. I will yet make a covenant with them too when I destroy the world again. Y'all don't want to hear that though. Y'all don't want to hear that though. So then if y'all don't know who the Israelites is, how in the hell can you help them come out of their bondage and then cleave to them and be brought into rest? How can you do that if you deny who they are? I got that question lingering and I want somebody to answer this shit. I want somebody to answer the shit. See what it says. It's not about the flesh. It is about spiritual Israel. Then if it is, then what is this story about these original and grafted in branches? Huh? How come it says, my brothers after the flesh, to whom pertaineth the adoption? That means being grafted back into your tree. The promises, the covenants, the service of God, all given to Israelites who are my brothers in the flesh. Why would it say in the flesh if it ain't about that, my nigga? And that's New Testament for you, by the way, too. So if it ain't about your seed line, then how come Noah was spared and everybody else was destroyed? Because he was perfect in his generations, it says. But y'all don't want to hear that. So, all right then. Keep on dying. Keep on suffering. Keep on being spiritually high and worldly no good. Keep on doing that. Keep on being over righteous if you want to. I've warned you guys before to stop. But if you don't want to listen to me, then listen to those Jewish. Listen to the Canaanites. Listen to Amalek, the enemies of God then. Listen to them and see where it leads you. See about their temple that they're building. See about who they're waiting to come down to that temple and say, I am God and none else. Wait and see and support them and follow them and see where you end up. See if you don't end up with a big ass mark on your body and end up a slave to that mark. Let's see. Y'all don't have no faith. That is what pisses Abiyah off, in case y'all was wondering. Don't y'all know that's to make him mad? Is when you don't have faith? Let's see. Moses was with the children of Israel in the wilderness, and they murmured and complained. And as soon as they murmured and complained, it says Abiyah's anger was kindled against them. And so was Moses's. See, because Moses is as God. So, you see how that working? You see how that's working? Oh no, God didn't make himself as a man and put himself. He didn't. Okay, well then who is Yahusha? The Word became flesh and dwelt among us. So the Word was someone before he came in the flesh. Oh my gosh. It's called the truth. The Word is the truth. For your word is truth, Father. It is written. And if you guys knew his words, then you'd be powerful too. But since you don't know him, you ain't powerful. That's all it boils down to. His word is truth. The truth makes you free. If you don't know his word, then you ain't free. You can get in your feelings. You can get mad. You can piss and moan and bitch and moan and cuss and spit and shit and throw up and do whatever kind of shit you want to do. It ain't going to change Abba's word from being true. It ain't. When Abba said he was going to take two sticks and make them into one stick, what did y'all think he meant? What are these two sticks that he's putting together? Can y'all tell me? What the two sticks Abba putting together that making one stick out of them? I would tell y'all, but y'all go ahead and figure that out for yourself. What is the two sticks? They have to become one stick in the Father's hand. Uh-huh. See, what did it say about Yahusha? He came full of truth and grace. See, when we say truth, we mean law. Do y'all follow that? What did Moses bring? The law. But they could not steadfastly behold it, which means they could not understand what they were reading when they read it. Don't murder. They made their life, okay, so thou shalt not kill, so let me not kill. My question to you is, how do you know what killing is? Israelite, thou shalt not steal. How do you know what stealing is? Who told you you were naked? Oh my God, can y'all hear me today? What? We want to be children again, which means we don't know what stealing is. We don't know. We have to let Abba teach us what it is because the world taught us wrong. If a man is starving and he steals something to suffice his hunger, will he be hated for that? No. So then did he really steal? No, he didn't. Did Yahusha walk through on the Sabbath day and pluck the ears of corn and eat? Yes, he did. Were there some haters standing there watching them, hating on him? Yes, there was. But did he do it anyway? Yes. And why? Because he's a free man. That's why. So return to being a child again. Abba, am I stealing? No, you're not. Then do it. Abba, am I murdering? No, you're not. Then do it. A child would always ask their father, Father, what is this? Father, what is that? Or did y'all forget that y'all had a father? Did y'all forget that? Well, y'all better remember today. Y'all better remember who put that manna that fell down from heaven. Y'all better remember who delivered you out of the hand of the bondman. Delivered you out of the hand of bondage, out of Egypt. You better remember that. Your father did that for you. Your father did it for you, and he's doing it for you now. This is liberation. This is Exodus right now, or else there would be no son of the river here. The son of the river is here. That's the proof. The fact that Revelation says that they wanted to kill a man-child as soon as he was born, and then if you read the scriptures, this has happened 2 times before when a son of the river is born, then you would understand that when a man comes who is as God, what did Christ say? Before Abraham was, I am. That's what he said. Do you love Yahusha or what? Then if you love him, then why do you deny the name of I am? Why don't you receive the name of I am in your life today? Because that is where power is. I keep trying to tell all of you this. Why are you so rebellious to your father today? Why do you hate that his name is I am? Why? Why? Because you have no faith to believe that you are one with the Father? Well, then you don't love Yahusha, because what did he teach you today? What did Yahusha tell you? Ye of little faith, you don't believe that you're one with the Father. I am here to tell you that you are. Who else? Elijah. I am the only one left, and they seek to kill me. Now, who was standing on that mount when Yahusha was transfigured? Was it not Moshe and Elijah? Sons of the river. Sons of the river. Y'all don't know about Elijah being the son of the river? Okay, well, when he went back up and he ascended, did he have to cross a river first before he ascended? And he told Elisha, if you see me go up, then you will have a double portion of this same spirit I got. And he smote the waters with his mantle. Mantle doesn't mean anything he was wearing. It means his authority and his power that he had. Just like Moses had the rod and he waved it over the waters and it split open. The authority of God, the rod of God, the authority, the power, then the authority is what it means. And he crossed that river. And then his mantle fell off of him as he went up and it fell onto Elisha. That means the spirit. Now read about Moses. When Moses cried out and said, I can't take this, Father, just like Elijah did. He said, kill me, just like Elijah did. And then Father gave him hope. He said, I give you support, 70 men. Just like he told Elijah when he said, there are 7,000 men that have not bowed the knee. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Y'all don't hear that? In other words, rest, because I know that you're stressed out. You're tired from bearing this whole people on your shoulders. Moses, Elijah, Yahusha, I know that. So I give you a support. John in Yahushua's bosom, Elisha in Elijah's bosom, Aaron in Moses' bosom. Y'all can't hear this today or what? So then the branch got a man in his bosom. Oh my goodness gracious. Can y'all hear it today? He has a support, and his support came to him as soon as that child was born in Israel, who is named Support. Y'all don't hear me preaching today. I'm sorry for y'all if y'all can't hear the goodness that's coming out today, because it's very beautiful in our eyes. What it means is that the time is now to rule Israel, to come out of bondage and to take this shit over. And right now, those Amalekites are going to try to come fight us back. Do you know who the Amalekites are? Do you know who the Amalekites are? Curls. Let's see, a black hat. Tassels hanging on the clothes. Own all the banks. Own all the business contracts. Control the world through usury. Do y'all follow me or not? Peace, Israel. Peace, calm, assurance, faith, hope, and most definitely love. Shalom.